Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the March 18, 2026 meeting, Hyde Park Planning Board. If you could please stand with me to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We're going to start the evening with new public hearings. Our first one is for the Hyde Park Quick Stop. This is, all we're doing is granting an extension of all the deadlines. They have already gotten approvals. Oh, good, we can get an update. Welcome.
Good evening. Brandon Petrella, Mori Architects. I think it's been about a year, I would say, to the day.
Almost to the day.
So right now the hurdle is the way these convenience stores and fuel stations typically operate. They have contractors who do a lot of the fuel, underground fuel storage, canopies. They're all sort of like a manufactured package.
Specialty, right?
Right. So as you are all aware, I hope, the building design, especially the canopy, is integrated into the building design, and it's unique. So we are fighting with some canopy suppliers on how these canopies are built. It's a hipped roof. I mean, it's very simple. It's getting to the point that we may just do our own engineering, but the owner is now seeking and looking and working through that process. We're just not going to have a building permit submitted in the time that the planning board expiration date would hit, so that's why I'm in front of you today to ask for that 1-year extension.
Thank you for that update.
You're very welcome.
Ask quickly. Ms. Moss, any comments on this?
No comments.
Mr. Sotero? Victoria?
No.
Mr. Tuttle?
Nope.
Mr. Heath?
No comment.
Mr. Oliver?
No comment.
Ms. Lee?
No comment.
Mr. Crucio?
No comments.
Well, I'm glad that they're still hanging in there and looking for creative solutions, so hoping to see that soon.
We're working on it.
Yep. We do have a resolution tonight granting extension of all the deadlines.
Got a hearing to do.
I'll say you can grab that one if you wanted to. Huh?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
A hearing.
Thank you. Is there anybody here who would like to speak on this application for the Hyde Park Quick Stop?
Oh, we need to open the hearing.
Thank you.
Sorry.
May I please get a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Is there anybody here from the audience that would like to speak to this application? There being none, may I get a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Okay. We're closed, and yes, go ahead. You can,
Oh, here we go.
or Don, you can,
You want me to?
yeah, might as well.
Yep. Resolution granting a 1-year extension of the time to start and complete construction, Hyde Park Quick Stop, dated March 18, 2026. Resolution 2022-10J. Whereas, now therefore be it resolved that the planning board hereby grants the applicant a 1-year extension to start substantial construction and to complete construction of the project through and including April 22nd, 2027.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Good luck.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Hopefully I don't need to see you again on this project until it's built.
Understood. Our next item on the agenda is another new public hearing, this time for the Oberdorf second dwelling unit. This is that beautiful house on Route 9 that has just been resurrected from the dead, and they're looking to add on an additional unit to the back. Welcome.
Good evening.
Did you have anything you wanted to, can I get a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Have any more updates? I know last time we discussed access and everybody seems happy.
Yep, we've made no changes in the meantime, so as we have presented in the past.
Nice. So we do have a resolution prepared for tonight. Victoria, did you have any comments on this?
No, she's allowed to have 2 dwelling units. There's enough acreage for it in this district. It's exempt from county review, and Department of Health has already approved the septic system, so.
Thank you. Mr. Tuttle, any comments?
Nope, no comments.
Mr. Waters?
No comments.
Mr. Heath?
No comment.
Mr. Oliver?
No comments.
Ms. Lee?
No comments.
Mr. Curcio?
No comments.
Is there anybody in the public that would like to speak to this application? I also have no comments, other than I can't wait to see what this building's going to look like. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. So may I get a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And we do have a resolution prepared, and Mr. Oliver, I believe this is yours.
Resolution to grant site plan approval, Im Oberdorf, second dwelling, resolution number 2026-05, whereas, now therefore be it resolved that the planning board hereby classifies the project as a type 2 action under secret. Be it further resolved that the planning board hereby grants site plan approval to the project as shown on the site plan set and authorizes the chair or her authorized designee to sign the site plan set after compliance with the following conditions. 1, payment of all fees in escrow.
Is there any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. So it's just that one condition, and you should be good to go.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
Now we go
John
into...
seconded that, right?
I second.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Confirming.
thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
we got that.
Oh, it is all the way back there, but that's okay. We are now entering into continued public hearings. The next item on the agenda is rent-a-space self-storage. And fresh from Florida.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Okay, we've been trying to tie up last-minute loose ends since our last appearance before you. One of the things that was raised by the board last time was to find out what was changed from the original landscaping plan to how it ended up with the scenic Hudson approval. And we submitted a letter from our landscape architect, which I think addresses those issues. Another issue that came up with Ray Davis is that he wanted another fire hydrant put in. There is a fire hydrant, I think, in front of the motels. It's about 180 feet away, but his regulations are it has to be 100 feet away. So even though the building's going to be sprinkled, he does want the hydrant put in, and we're going to have to do that.
Okay. And before we continue, may I get a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion.
Take your picks.
You can vote, Cynthia.
Okay, I'm sorry. And there were some other comments also, right? I know the DOT, there was something there.
And the sidewalk. Even though I think on some other properties, the sidewalk is inside the stone wall, the DOT was adamant that they wanted the sidewalk outside. And our revised plans that we filed with the town show it relocated to between the stone wall and Route 9.
I know that we were able to get away with no curbing though, right?
Yes.
Which is actually, that was huge. So that's been redesigned. And as we discussed the last time, the stone wall doesn't actually extend the entire way across the property, and you'll be rebuilding it anyway, right? It's not
Yes.
in the best of condition, so
Right.
it kind of works out. But
And we put a rendering of what it's going to look like on the landscaping plans.
Excellent. And I know the other item was drainage, right? I think DOT had some questions about drainage, and I think Pete was saying you received an updated drainage plan?
I don't know, did you guys submit something back to the state about, I don't know, I think they were, I thought they were thinking, I don't know, whatever, that some of the water was flowing back towards, the road from the entrance. I don't know, I mean.
Yeah, it didn't sound right, but that's what
Yeah.
that's what their comment was.
I mean, it didn't sound like it was a big deal, but
Yeah.
you're going through DOT,
I think she
approval
We got to get a
anyways.
work permit anyways.
So they're gonna,
We'll address it
go
at that time.
review
Sure.
your latest plans.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we certainly don't want the water on our property, so that's probably why we're putting it there.
Hey, I would do the same thing. I might just dump it all out there.
Dump it someplace else, huh?
And I think that's pretty much all the comments that we were trying to address and close out?
Yes.
So we're this close to...
Yeah, we're hoping to, maybe we can move to a resolution next meeting.
That's been our goal. April 1st is our next meeting. So, let me go around. Ms. Moss?
There was one other thing, looking at the landscaping plan, they have a few boxwoods in there.
Yes.
And I just suggested that they choose an alternative. Didn't matter to me whether it need be evergreen or deciduous. You had suggested hypericum, and that's a fine alternative. We do have an invasive species. The box tree moth and the caterpillar will strip all the
Yep.
leaves off of the boxwood, and
Did
they
you see the
die.
email that I sent you? I went
Yeah,
out to
there
the-
were
to Cornell.
alternatives. I suggested some, and
We're doing this late this
Yes,
afternoon.
okay,
so
okay.
We'll just change it.
Yep. Yeah, Cornell had a little
Oh,
bulletin
was it
saying
Cornell thing? Okay.
that,
Kelly had a suggestion I think was acceptable to.
yes, they had a whole list of things that could be,
So we'll just change it up.
that's
Okay.
fine. I just didn't
Picking
want your
something that
plants to die.
flowers.
yes. Oh, that'd be nice, that'd be nice. Thank you. Mr. Sotero?
All our comments have been addressed, so, I don't have anything further. As far as the hydrant goes, that has to be shown on the plan. I don't know, are you before the health department yet?
It's been filed, but I think it's.
Okay, so
in review.
they'll approve the hydrant. Ray should take a look, make sure it's the right hydrant.
I think, Ray, I thought you gave him,
I think you gave stuff to.
Oh, you gave him the
Michelle.
information,
and
okay.
it is on the plans right now.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Yep.
And then, so, that'll be part of the health department approval, so
Okay.
not a big deal.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. No, all
That's it.
the big deals have been taken care of.
Okay.
We've tried.
Yes, no, and you've done an excellent job. Mr. Tuttle?
I don't have any comments.
Okay. Mr. Waters?
The only comment is beautiful project.
Thank
I
you.
think
And
it's-
you were all big help.
Yeah.
It's
and I
our
think-
project.
And I think hopefully the Hyde Park visual environment gets involved with
All right, good.
seeing
Me
you
too.
down the road. Yep.
Yep.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mr. Veith?
No comments.
Mr. Oliver?
Nothing new to add.
Ms. Lee?
No comments, thanks.
Mr. Curcio?
No comments.
Is there anybody in the public who would like to speak to this application? I also do not have
And
any.
I just had, one thing that I thought of. Did you ever get a letter from John Capola about being okay to just have your workers on his property to grade a little and do the
We
wall?
met, John and I.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not,
I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. I couldn't even work on his property without getting a certificate of insurance or anything anyway, so that would have to be part of the whole deal. So he was
Okay.
going to call you.
pardon?
He said he was going to maybe call you. He really wasn't worried about it or was upset about, but but that was my conversation. Well, I'll call Pete anyways. But,
Berger seems to think we may not even have to go on their property for the wall.
yeah,
All right, I mean, whatever.
all right.
I'm sure John's not gonna have a problem with whatever you guys
don't.
want to do.
I don't think he's
so.
not, no, and I think that was the point, that he really just
Yeah,
wasn't too concerned.
okay.
We've known each other for
That's
30,
fine.
40 years, so.
Anything else? No? No, I also echo that I believe it's a beautiful project and looking forward to closing it out next time. So is April 1st a good?
I'd love to do that, because that's before anybody, well, you won't be here, but I will, and I think even at that meeting, Michelle thought she might be here in case there was any other further
Last minute
comment.
things.
But
I mean, I
anyway,
think we're just gonna do, a resolution, right?
Right.
Yeah.
right. Yep, all the work's already been done.
Okay.
Great, so may I get a motion to adjourn the public hearing for rent-a-space self-storage to April 1st, 2026?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Excellent.
Thank you,
thanks.
everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're gonna miss me, Bob.
Our next, okay, there are no more public hearings, so our next item on the agenda is a workshop with Belfield. This is for the Sterling PUD Phase 2 FDP Lot 8.
Good evening. Thank you for having us back tonight. So as a condition of the final approval, we had to come before the board regarding the landscaping plan, so we submitted that, and we have it on the PowerPoint if anybody wanted to see it. We also made
Okay.
significant progress with the 39 comments. We've got most of them done. The larger comments include filing the plat and then showing the proof of that filing. I met with Victoria before the meeting, so we're almost there, having that wrapped up. The DOH, we submitted to DOH, they reviewed it, submitted back to Passrow. Passrow hit the comments and sent them back in, so we're very close with DOH. Dutchess County Wastewater Authority is the same thing. We have one round of comments done. We're waiting for that to get wrapped up. We continue to work with Pete on the SWIP. I think we're getting much closer. And then, of course, the landscape comments. And we met with Cynthia earlier this afternoon and went over the revised resolution on that.
Yep.
And we're in agreement with that. And we're here to answer any questions, further questions, or any other updates that you might have or need.
That's a lot of work.
Yes.
That is a lot of work.
And you've been very helpful, having the offline meetings, getting them scheduled. Very helpful.
There's all these pieces that need to go together. I was really impressed at the amendment for the resolution. It covers a lot of ground and explains a lot.
Yep.
It's very well written. There's no presentation? Nope.
Well, what we did is we have the comments here, and we can go through them, big picture, what still needs to get done for the board to know.
Was this sent to us? This was sent to us, right?
Yeah, well, I mean,
we've been working very hard on this, and we could show that. You pull up the landscape plan? So this plan, shows a four-way intersection and the updated landscaping. And we had to check the planting list and make sure everything was called out. There are additional comments that we have to address, which we will. And that one note had to be revised regarding if there's any changes to plant materials or substitutions, landscape architect and the town.
Zoning administrator.
Zoning administrator, right.
Yes. Because otherwise it said town staff.
There's Chris. Good.
Which could bring unexpected results.
Chris can't believe he's up already.
Sorry, I'm late.
Sorry, we're done.
We're done, buddy.
So I guess we'll just take a little swing around and see what comments we have. Tad?
No, we worked through the resolution today to make sure that everything was hit.
Can you point the microphone? There you go.
And look for some typos again and that kind of stuff. So I think we did a pretty good
Yeah, no,
job.
you guys were amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, okay, good. Mr. Sotero?
Nope.
So you've been hammering away at the SWIP?
Yeah, we went over it, yeah.
That's great.
Well, I'm meeting with...
Microphone, please.
Sorry. Meeting with Rich Renia tomorrow to run a couple things by him, and then so we'll get there. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you, Ms. Polidoro.
So
Your writing skills are bar none.
this one gave me a headache, but Cynthia and I managed to get through it. Do you want me to walk you through the changes?
Yes, that would be great.
Okay. All right, so everyone has a reference copy, which is in red, which is very helpful.
It is.
Thank you.
So the change to condition 6, that's just one of the plan sheets. The number, it's fixing a number and correcting the reference so it's clear to a reader in 10 years that we're talking about the Phase 2 Final Development Plan. Condition 12, well, condition 11 is deleted because it was about the roundabout, which is no longer part of the proposal. Condition 12 is deleted and amended to change the wording at the request of the engineer and Ms. Moss. there was something that came up during the review that we didn't catch the first time around, so
Yep.
it's added in as a condition. Then if you go to 32,
And 13 was deleted.
oh, 13 is also deleted. If you go to 32, it changes the sheet number, and
To be clear, 13 is deleted because it was satisfied. It's
no, we didn't delete anything that was satisfied. We deleted 13 because we're moving it to be a condition that really gets hashed out later, once
Okay.
they start building, and I've moved it to the end. That was per the recommendation of the engineer, because it's too detailed to design at this point until they kind of open up the ground.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we don't have the
Yep,
details at
that
this
makes
point.
sense. Thank you.
No, that's a good question, thank you for asking. 32, they had proposed changing the wording here. We previously required planning board approval for any changes to the landscape plan. They thought that was onerous. I guess we agreed because there could be minor swap outs that don't need to come back before the board. They had wanted to use the word town staff, which I think is too vague. So I'm recommending that it be changed to landscape architect and zoning administrator, just because there's a lot of staff people in the town, and
Who's the landscape architect in that situation?
oh,
The
maybe
I
we
was
should
gonna
say
say, shouldn't be
applicants,
applicant.
landscape
Yeah.
architect. Okay, we can add the word applicants there.
Yeah, because otherwise I'd be asking, oh, we got a landscape architect here?
Yes, I'm a landscape architect.
Ah, there you go.
Yep.
No, I mean, not here
I
at the
got it.
town, though, yes.
I just happen to be.
You just
Maybe
happen.
Larry's looking for another
There you
position.
go.
No, I got plenty. I got plenty.
33 is amended to now also require the hardscape materials, because there were some missing information about some pavers, and then Dylan noticed we still had the word roundabout in there, so that's going to be changed to intersection.
And it still says roundabout.
It does, Dylan noticed it, so,
Not on the
Oh,
copy
okay.
for your signature.
yeah,
All right.
It came in late, I couldn't
Yep,
get them
nope,
all.
nope, that's okay.
it's not fixed on this one, but. 34, we're being a little less specific about this New Jersey DOT comment, because it's shown up in other sheets, so we're
Yeah.
just saying they need to fix it throughout the plan set. Now, the next one is a big one. At the time that this approval was granted, there was still a big open issue about the design of the building, and the fire department had a lot of concerns, and so we had incorporated a requirement for all of these details to be put on the plans. The building and the fire department issues have since been resolved to some sense, right? We're now putting in the three-way intersection, and I think there's been other discussions. This work all has to be done anyways. It's something that has to be shown on the building plans. So by deleting it, it just means that the zoning administrator doesn't have to be responsible for it. It'll be the building inspector and the fire inspector. It'll just be the usual course of business. So if you're comfortable deleting it, we can delete it. Otherwise, we leave it in.
Yeah, and I'll just say that I was trying to just put this into context with other plans that we've approved, and we've never brought in a list that the building inspector already uses. We have sometimes tied building permits to certain approvals, but we've never given a list of items that the building inspector already does.
Right.
So I didn't feel that it needed to be part of the resolution. But feel free to ask questions or give another view on that.
And then the last red change is an additional be it further resolved clause, which now incorporates the courtyard drainage system prior to getting a CO. So the planning board engineer will have to review it and stay on top of it.
Very elegant.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Mr. Tuttle, any questions?
Yes, let me check one.
There's a lot of stuff here.
So the first, now therefore be it resolved, planning board hereby accepts the revised site plan set in satisfaction of condition 9 of the resolution. That is us accepting the new intersection design.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, because prior condition 9 states that they needed to, that the site plan set had to be updated to address fire access and the provision of a fire apparatus access road, and we had it to the satisfaction of the planning board engineer, and then that they had to update all the sheets. So they did update the sheets. It ended up being a significant change, which is why I wanted to document that we were accepting the whole new plan set.
I think what threw me is that the number 9 doesn't actually reference the intersection itself, right? It references the rear area of the building and the adjoining southern parking lot.
Right, I know.
Okay.
But it also, it's the fire apparatus access road, which is which was the reason for the intersection change.
Okay.
Right, am I?
Yes, no, that's correct.
You were happy with all the other,
Yes, yes.
the rear area of the building and the
Yeah.
adjoining southern parking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. Something that brought up, I think this might have gotten mentioned to you a little earlier, when I was looking at the string of emails that we were sent about the traffic study and such. One concern that came up last time that I didn't see addressed was about sight lines and how far back the stop lines are at the intersection to account for the sort of circular crosswalk. It seemed unusual at an intersection that will be, not terribly busy, but relatively busy, to have the stop bars quite so far back. And so I wondered if that had been looked at all and if there was any.
Okay, yeah.
We did look at the sight lines. We cut some sections and drew the site profile to look at the 2.5-foot object. We also looked at the signage locations. So the crosswalks, if you make a turn movement, if you're going left, you'll see the crosswalk signs on both sides with the arrow pointing down to the crosswalk. We used the fluorescent color signs. So we did update the signage around the crosswalks. We also, on the uncontrolled approach, we put a crosswalk in advance of the intersection, or not a crosswalk ahead sign in front. So as you're approaching, you'll see the crosswalk ahead sign, and then when you get there, of course,
But from the stop bar, the sight lines seemed fine to other traffic.
Yep, and we looked at all of the landscaping proposed, all the, potential things that could get in the way of that.
Was that documented anywhere?
I think we agreed, Pete, that we're gonna put like a figure on one of the detail sheets showing that little study that we did.
Like a triangle, like a site triangle or something?
Yeah, we could put the site triangles or the sections too that the profiles that we cut to show the sight lines on the plans. We have it all, so we could put that on the final signature step.
Okay, does that need to be
It would have to be put in there.
included in some way
Yeah.
in this?
Yeah.
I mean, we could add it, right?
That still is sign up on the landscape sheets for the 33, I think.
So,
So, Chris, what do you call what you sent to Pete? Because that's the figure that...
Well, I don't know that I was sent any, I don't know, I don't remember, there's so many things coming in, but I don't remember seeing it, but I think we talked about it when we had the page turn.
That's where we saw that's where we saw your sight lines. You were drawing.
Okay, did we bring them into the page turn? I think we might have.
Yeah.
It was just a
yes.
short letter
Because I remember
report,
seeing
but-
it too, but I don't
Here.
think it got into an official.
Yeah.
Look at 10.
good 10?
There's something in there.
Condition?
I mean, sign off, condition 10 is a sign off for Pete to review all the signage, crosswalks, sidewalks, connections.
So I mean, the signage is not the concern, it's the sight lines.
Oh.
And so they're saying that they checked the sight lines for where the stop bars are at this intersection. And I wondered if that is shown anywhere, if that's been,
I don't know. I mean, NPV did a review, but I don't think the memo addressed that specifically.
She was checking, I think the question came in late.
she was
I
looking
had
more
it
for
on, and
queuing.
She was looking to find out if he had reviewed it.
I mean, I'm thinking,
She did respond to
I'm
everybody
thinking
and
that
said
the
that she
best
could-
way, like, to deal with it
Design.
is to show, like, site triangles at that, like, intersection on maybe the grading plan and the landscaping plan, and, like a note that says you can't have anything higher than, whatever, 2.5 feet to, like, obstruct, like, sight lines, and, that it's going to have to be, like, checked in the field before, like, a CO is issued, to make sure there's proper sight lines. I don't know, maybe something like that could be
Yep.
added.
And I think some of those notes exist on the landscaping plan, and also to limb the trees up to a 7-foot height. So
Okay.
that makes sense. We'll make sure those triangles are shown on the drawing.
Okay, since the landscape plan is coming back to us, it's coming back to TAD. I mean, I'm okay with it, if that seems all right to others, that they be just included in that. Okay.
But shouldn't it be added here somewhere?
Right, that's sort of my question, is
Checklist?
does it need to be incorporated into the resolution at all, that that's going to be part of this?
Where does it have us approving the landscape?
Still 33,
33.
Oh, thank you, there it is.
but it's switching from planning board to zoning administrator, because you're reviewing the majority of it now.
To the satisfaction of zoning administrator.
So it might be more appropriate to be added to 10.
Yeah, this is.
I think I would add it to 10.
This is easy for us to do, so we added in 10, revisions of the site plan set to include sight line triangles.
10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Depict all crosswalks, sidewalks, and blah, 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 all the way down to satisfaction of the planning board engineer.
Yep,
Okay,
to show sightline.
so we're going to add it to 10, to say
Yeah.
sightline triangles.
I'm going to make a note in the resolution to be read tonight to add,
Yep,
to include 10 here.
Okay.
and you say at the four-way intersection, or whatever we're
I
calling
got
it,
it.
right?
So now, hold on, revision of the site plan set to depict, can you say all sightline triangles?
To show
Yeah.
sightline triangles.
We could give you the intersection of Carriageway and Farmhouse Road, right?
I think that's right.
Yeah. Carriageway and Farmhouse Road.
Farmhouse Road, comma, sidewalks and connections. Huh?
Don't worry about it.
Connections and to add pedestrian. Okay, so I just had to retype the condition into the resolution, several crossings facing the direction of traffic flow, comma, to the satisfaction of the, so when you say sight lines, is it S-I-G-H-T or S-I-T-E?
GHT.
All right.
You have Carriageway and Farmhouse Road intersection?
Revision of the site plan set to depict all sightline triangles at the intersection of Carriageway and Farmhouse Road, comma,
Okay.
sidewalks and connections, and to add pedestrian crossing signs at several crosswalks facing the direction of traffic flow, comma, to the satisfaction of the
Yep.
planning board engineer.
Good.
Perfect.
Okay. And I have to.
Thank you for going through that.
No, that's fine,
And
yeah.
then condition 6,
The
10.
the crosswalk looks cool. I mean, I like the circle. It's
Yeah, it
just,
was- it was
it
fun.
is like, if it's at a busier intersection, I think you want to be, people start from the stop sign,
Yeah,
and if
yeah.
they're far back from the intersection,
Yeah.
it could, I don't know, it can create some challenges.
Yeah, yeah.
We actually have
and-
these types of intersections in the plaza that's got Ready Coffee. So
Okay.
they're set back, the sidewalks are in front,
Yep.
and,
This far, even with the curve like this?
but we have there's a three-way stop that kind of works exactly like this. I've noticed it's set back, you don't go up to the actual people still do, but if there's nobody crossing or walking, they,
Yeah, I
you
think
can't
this,
control people, right?
this will really look good, and we were all loving the, you know, the roundabout, so, you know, we had to come up with something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
I got it in both places now.
Okay, that's, you said, so this is us reviewing the landscaping plan as well. Is there, I mean, so basically it's the roundabout area that is the
Yeah.
updates? And
Yeah, it's
then-
all updated.
And then the back behind the building as
Yes.
well?
Yes.
What's shown on the back of the building? Apologies.
Of course, we added,
It's the seed mix, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Because I know we asked that in another meeting.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
can you go to the left more?
They call that a hydro seed mix.
Here, go down. Go to the next one. Yeah, let's see what we got here.
Can we call that hardscaping?
Yeah, there you go, so zoom in there. Go down. Yeah, so do you see what's going on there?
Can you explain?
Well, we had to deal with the, you know, the fire, you know, apparatus turning in, and it could not go under a canopy. So,
So,
There should be a legend just keying to the
I'm
seed
saying
tank.
some trees had to be moved or taken out in order to accommodate the fire truck.
okay.
And that's on the back.
Yeah, so when you look at the north
The
side,
north parking.
yeah, because we were talking about that at one point, right? So,
Yep.
I mean, we added them in and then had
And
to
then took them out?
pop them out.
Yep.
But it's all labeled, it wasn't labeled before, so the whole front entrance is all labeled, and all the plants are in there, counted and all of that, and so this board approves the planting plan.
Yep.
So
So
hydro seed
that-
mix on the back.
Hydro seed.
Yep, that hatches a hydro seed mix, and we did
Are
give
we
Dave
matting it?
the...
We're matting it.
Yeah, yep, and on our erosion control plans, we have a requirement, anything 3 on 1, 3 horizontal and 1 vertical or greater needs matting.
So this is all matted too.
And we did
Erosion
provide,
matted and hydroseeded, so it'll come in nice. If you go to our construction trailer and you look at what grows there, it's beautiful. I mean, it's very nice.
Okay.
we did provide
I know
Dave
that.
the seed mix that was used on that slope behind the
Yeah.
hotel.
Perfect. Yeah, that's what we, perfect.
Okay, I'm good, thank you.
Yep. Thank you. Mr. Waters?
I had one question, and I don't know if you revised it or whatever, but the intersection looks a little different than what we last saw. I guess there's been, you know, it's been worked on. Have we seen any Revit or any drawing on that, or will we see that?
We showed you, when you asked last time, that's what we have.
That's what you had, okay, so
Yeah.
it wasn't taken any further, that was a sketch?
It
that
wasn't
was-
taken any further, right? It was,
Do you have that here again, so just to refresh? Or no?
last meeting.
It's okay, if you don't, it's okay. I remember.
That's how when I'm trying to figure out.
I just don't know if everybody was here when they saw it.
That was in the back.
Is there anybody that wants to see it?
I don't know if Gigi was here. Did you see this sketch of this circle? We've never seen it.
That was the last, I was here.
You see it plan.
You mean the intersection?
The intersection.
Oh, okay.
Layout looks like
Yeah.
kind of visual.
Sorry, I
can't
get this one open, unfortunately.
It's okay. That's all right.
That's F grade
Email it
tonight.
No, I'm wondering, I could probably,
Was there
It's okay.
any details with it that you were concerned with, or?
No, it helps to, you know, look at the sight line and what we're actually looking at, you know, in plan view like that, it's, you know, it is what it is, but that was kinda nice because,
nice, you know,
Yeah.
quick rendering of
Yeah.
what it could be.
yeah, it should be kind of
Yeah.
somewhere,
Yeah.
because it's,
I could send it to you.
yeah, I
Tomorrow.
mean, that's fine, I mean, that's all. I just didn't know, if, you know, because this offline meeting, I don't know what's taking place.
Hasn't
I'm not privy
changed.
to a lot of it.
Hasn't changed.
Okay.
No, and the offline meetings were mostly to go through these conditions
Okay.
and have the hard copy, the big gigantic plans,
Yeah.
and just go detail by detail by detail and note, you know, we were looking for consistency from sheet to sheet and within sets, so landscaping sets that would all have the same types of tables associated with them. So it was just, and we
More
did
organization.
about 2 or 3 of those sessions trying to get the list much more manageable. So that's why we're here tonight, because we're getting really close.
Okay.
But no new information
Any of
was
that from here.
gathered. I mean, we've had
No,
other
it's
meetings to
the
go over
city.
easements and details, so, yeah, there's been no designing off,
Yeah.
just, you know, I mean, for the edification of the board, you know, it's just the manual labor of rolling up our sleeves and looking at all of the details that were presented. Anything else, Rob?
No, that was it.
Thank you. Mr. Veith?
No comments.
Mr. Oliver?
Excited to see it going forward, and thank you for working through those conditions, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Miss Lee?
Same. Thank you, everyone, for your hard work. No other comments.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Gercio?
No comments.
Thank you. So a lot of hard work, and we're getting so close. So we do have a resolution tonight. It's been amended. I think I put Mr. Tuttle's name on it. And it covers pretty much everything we've just talked about. Again, to the team who writes these resolutions, it's just beautiful to read because it gives such good background and then goes into here are the actual changes. So very well written. Thank you very much.
Thanks. And I'll just jump in.
With 10
With-
on there? Sure.
Yeah.
Good.
10.
All right. Resolution to amend the conditions of approval and accept new intersection layout, Belfield Phase 2B, Sterling Apartments Site Plan, Lot 8 Amendment, Resolution 2025-54C. Whereas, now therefore be it resolved that the planning board hereby accepts the revised site plan set in satisfaction of condition 9 of the resolution. Be it further resolved that the planning board hereby amends the resolution to delete conditions 11 and 13 and to amend conditions 6, 12, 32, 33, and 34 to read as follows.
And 10 is now in that list.
6, 10, 12, 32, 33, and 34 to read as follows. 6, revision of the site plan set to include an overall plan for Phase 2B with a notation that the existing square footage allocated to buildings 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,100, 1,200, and 1,300 in the March 15, 2023 plan set is maintained, including a note designating such space as, quote, undesignated space as noted on the Phase 2 final development plan used to be determined at a future time, end quote. 10?
10, oh yeah, I was reading. Revision of the site plan set to depict all sightline triangles at the intersection of Carriageway and Farmhouse Road, sidewalks and connections, and to add pedestrian crossing signs at several crosswalks facing the direction of traffic flow to the satisfaction of the planning board engineer.
12, revision of the site plan set to include all details for maintenance access for stormwater basins 13P, 14P, and hydrodynamic separators to the satisfaction of the planning board engineer. The ESC plan sheet shall be amended to include mass grading of building pad area and provisions for temporary sediment basins. Any required maintenance agreements shall be reviewed and approved by the planning board attorney and planning board engineer. 32, revision of the site plan set sheet G004 to revise note 3 to read as follows. There will be no substitutions of plant material without proper written approval by the applicant's landscape architect and the zoning administrator. Dead and dying material shall be replaced in kind. Landscaping shall be maintained for the life of the use. 33, revision of the landscaping plans to 1, address all areas not identified for any vegetative material, such as the easterly sloped area of the lot. 2, include quantities of all landscape plantings. 3, identify all plantings that will be within the, quote, public realm, i.e. the intersection, street trees, plantings within parking areas, etc. And 4, provide details for all hardscape materials to the satisfaction of the zoning administrator. 34, revision of the site plan set to remove notes about the NJDOT. Be it further resolved that the second resolved clause in the resolution pertaining to building plan details is hereby deleted. Be it further resolved that an additional resolved clause is added to the end of the resolution to read as follows. Be it further resolved that prior to the zoning administrator authorizing the issuance of a certificate of occupancy for any building shown in the revised site plan set, the applicant shall coordinate the courtyard drainage systems with other project consultants and depict the courtyard drainage system on an as-built plan to the approval of the planning board engineer and zoning administrator.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. There's your amended resolution.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You know you both right now.
And again, thank you to my colleagues and staff and consultants. Our next item on the agenda is, Belfield.
What a shocker.
Subdivision of the remainder this time. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. So we're here tonight regarding the sketch plan approval for the remainder subdivision. As a reminder, this included 112 new lots total, and a total of 120, of which 84 was single-family lots. We've been making progress on getting the curb cuts signed off by the county, so that requires legislation action by the county, and I'm set to meet with them next week to keep pushing that forward and get on the agenda. So that's big news. But again,
Let us know if you need anything.
Okay, will
with
do.
that. But I think it's mostly going to be refreshing their memory because they're probably all new.
Yes, and making sure that all the paperwork and the seeker all addressed it. And remember that call came in, Cynthia may remember that, and I resent everything over to them. So I think they're all squared away. We were in an offline meeting. Tad suggested, hey, wait a minute, we got to get the sketch plan, get the resolution of approval on that, and so that's why we're here tonight. Going forward, we'll probably reconfigure it differently. We are making progress with Scenic Hudson, and Jared can give us an update on that if you want, Jared.
Sure. I mean, we identified the need to present to the town board a request for a, I don't know the right word, it's a variation or variance or variation?
Waiver.
A waiver on the co-holding requirement that is included in the seeker finding statement and the concept development plan approvals. So we're drafting that now. We'll get it to the town board for their review. We believe they'll probably refer it back to the planning board, and then we'll continue from there.
I'm sorry, which requirement?
In the seeker findings, it says that the conservation.
Oh, the co-ownership.
Yeah,
co-holder.
So we decided that we needed to go to the town board to get them thumbs up on it.
That makes sense, yeah.
And now with the snow melting, we'll reach back out to Scenic Hudson to schedule time for them to come do their baseline analysis and do their reporting for the areas that will be part of the conservation easement.
So we have been making progress on some of the larger items. Again, as we move forward, we're gonna, I think, gather and figure out how this might break up a little bit. We're still working through that. But we're here to answer any questions. The sketch plat was originally submitted, and we reviewed it last June, so it's been a while.
It caused a lot of discussion
Yes.
about a lot of these details.
Yep.
Excellent. Anything else?
That's it.
Ms. Moss?
No comment.
Mr. Sotero?
Nope.
Ms. Polidoro?
I mean, it's just sketch, so
Right.
we'll get more details as we work through it.
Yep. But this is one of the items that we're working on, the easements. Is that
Well, the
both site
easements
plan
are
and-
for the Lot 8 subdivision.
Okay.
We're going to have to go through this all over again
Okay.
with this version, but I think we have a good template,
Yep.
and we're going to do it in color.
That was so helpful.
So we can read them more
Yeah,
easily.
the color maps will be for information. They're not going to be filed, but it'll make us much more efficient in the review.
Yeah, no, that was awesome to watch you guys working on that.
Yep.
Mr. Tuttle?
No comments.
Mr. Waters?
No comment?
Mr. Veith?
No comments.
Mr. Oliver?
No comment.
Miss Lee?
No comments.
Mr. Curcio?
No comments.
Okay, so we do have a resolution prepared tonight that will give, for us to consider sketch plan approval. And Mr. Veith, you have this.
I do. Resolution to accept for sketch Bellafield subdivision of the remainder Phase 3, March 18, 2026. Resolution 2025-20, whereas, now therefore be it resolved that the planning board hereby, 1, classifies the sketch plan as a major subdivision pursuant to section 96-5 of the subdivision law. Number 2, accepts the sketch plan in accordance with section 96-12C of the subdivision law.
Second?
Is there any more discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Motion carries unanimously.
Great, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's still light out. Look at that.
So, I think Amy thought it was going to take us till 7 to get to this point.
Well, we can kind of keep going, I guess, and circle back if we want.
Mr. Rodish is here for Bambini.
Well, there you go. We're going to make a change to our agenda, and we'll put highway displays off and for now and move to Bambini Pediatrics, which is located right here on Albany Post Road in Hyde Park. Good evening. Please introduce yourself.
Good evening, Robert Rodish, representing 4232 Albany Post LLC and Bambini Pediatrics.
I see you have a thriving operation over there.
We are glad to service the young children and families of our community.
Oh, that's so cool. I hear nothing but good things about that place. That's great. So give us just a quick overview of what we're looking at.
Yeah, it began as trying to restore some of the grading of the property. It's been there a while, and unfortunately around the back, on the side of the building, a lot of the surface water is running back under the building. It's been eroding, so there's some little pads. You've seen some pictures we submitted where it's actually coming back under foundation. So the idea was to grade things back away from the building, but in the process to do that, restore some things. On the north end of the building, there were some modifications to the downspouts that have kind of defeated the ponding that they wanted, the retention. For whatever reason, they ran the downspouts out 20 feet further down. It's just been washing away underneath the backup generator pad, kind of peculiar, but if we can restore that. But then in the process, there was an existing deck, and the staff loves to do their Thursday lunch on the patio. So we would like to request being able to replace that, but then use poured surface, put in a patio there, and then a little sidewalk along the building so that the staff, which actually exits, their offices are on that south side of the building, so walking through the building and the whole exam area and then through the furnace room, they could just come down a nice sidewalk, and it's already under the 24-inch eaves, and then that would just be something nice for them. So ultimately, that was the plan.
And I know you've been working closely with Ms. Moss.
She has been wonderful. They came out, they toured the site, they looked at what we were trying to propose, and gave a lot of good input on that, which hopefully we reflected in our little site plan here.
Excellent. So, Ms. Moss?
No, I think everything's in order the way we requested. There is a drainage improvement that maybe Pete will talk about for connecting to a dry well or an adjacent property.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ted and I had gone out there and met, Rob there, and he explained what they were looking, to do. And it made sense when the building was first built back in, the day. There was supposed to be a couple small like infiltration areas in the back, but there's a lot of rock back there, and they're not going to get that much infiltration back there. And so anyway, Rob and his contractor had a plan. They worked up a plan as far as, the items that, he spoke about. The only thing that I asked them to do, and they did get it, was, the drainage. There's already a pipe on their property that ties into a catch basin that's on the liquor store property. But the work that they're going to do is going to push a little more water into that drain on the adjacent property. Now, I don't perceive it to be a problem, but we asked him to go talk to the property owner, get a letter that says, I'm okay with it, and, you got that.
Right.
So,
Excellent.
so anyways, that's it for me.
Thank you. Ms. Polidoro.
I don't have any legal comments other than it needs to go to county planning, and you should decide whether you want to waive the hearing or set a hearing for the next meeting.
We usually do that under recommendation by the zoning administrator.
She did make a recommendation. That's why I brought it up.
I'm sorry, did I miss that?
It was dated, let's see, it's dated February, so it came through last month.
Oh, that's ancient history.
She said, the letter states February 19th, 2026, changes are minor in nature. I recommend the board waive the public hearing requirement.
Great, all right.
But again,
But we do
it's
need
up to the board.
But, yeah,
And it
but we
needs to
do
go to
need to
county
circulate to county planning, right?
Yeah.
Do we have, and we've got the materials and they're in good shape, so we could go ahead and do that by motion?
Yes.
May I get a motion to refer the Bambini Pediatrics site plan to Dutchess County Department of Planning per 239M?
So moved. Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. And so since we don't need to waive, we just need to wait for county planning to get back with us. We might be able to ask for expedited review.
I did already.
Thank you.
Good with the first.
Yep.
Did you want to add or do another motion for the public hearing, or do you want to wait and decide on that?
I thought we had just said that
Or
Tad...
did you add it to that motion?
No, I thought Tad had said that we could waive the public hearing.
But you still need to agree with that.
Oh, okay.
We could do a separate motion.
How?
I can just incorporate it into the resolution for the approval.
Oh, thank you.
We'll just do that.
Thank you. Yeah, because I'm we don't normally...
No, but if people didn't agree with it, then we would want to set.
Right.
That was it. So, yeah.
Well, speak now or hold your peace. We all love a good public hearing.
The
but-
April says, looks favorable.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and I don't see any reason why this isn't a type 2 action,
Yeah.
so.
That's great if you include that in the resolution, I think. That'll work.
Excellent.
That's how we usually see it. Excellent. All right.
Awesome.
So we'll wait to see when county planning comes back, but probably second meeting in April?
No, I talked to Ian today. He said he could do it by the 1st, so we could probably do a quick turnaround.
So we might be able to do this
2
on the 1st, April 1st.
Okay, thank you.
weeks. You're welcome.
Okay, let's go to Thompson.
Cruising right along.
I'm
Thanks,
good.
Excellent,
Bob.
thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a
Have a
great
lovely
evening.
Thank you.
Couple
You
weeks.
too. Have a good night.
Our next item on the agenda, we'll go to the next one, is Thompson subdivision. This is other business. This is, we have a resolution prepared tonight to amend conditions of the final plat approval that we gave a while back in November. I'm going to ask Victoria to give us kind of a...
Yeah. So what happened?
It's interesting, very interesting.
So there was a private road mapped on this property at one point, and when the neighbors built their houses, they built it with access over this private road. At some point, the town of Hyde Park Town Board attempted to abandon that road, but they didn't complete all the steps. So when this application came before us, we were left with this little puzzle of, do you want to keep this as a road, or do you want to move forward with the abandonment? So in order to move forward with the abandonment, which is what the applicant wanted to do, the town board required them to grant easements to both of the property owners who are using the property for access. For whatever reason, the adjacent property owners are hesitant, nervous about signing paperwork. And so so far, no one has signed these easements, which is holding up this application. So what we came up with it's a workaround. We're requiring the owner to sign something that says, if the neighbors ever request an access easement, which if they ever sell their properties, I think they will want it, I promise to grant them the attached easement.
To give them one, yeah.
And so it'll be of record and, hopefully enforceable.
Is that grandfathered if they sell that property to the next owner?
It's supposed to run with the land.
Okay.
I mean, it's not perfect because it might not show up in the neighbor's chain of title, but
I was going to say, how would they know this?
the thing is, we can't file anything against the neighbor's chain of title without the neighbor signing it. So we have
Catch-22.
we have to have a conforming note on the map, so someone can find it, and then also the recorded document. But that's the best we can do at this point.
So are we adding a note to the final plat?
Yeah, we'll make sure that is on there.
Because it hasn't been filed yet. This has been holding it up, correct? This is.
Yep, I think that's in our resolution, right? It says be referenced on the final plat. If you go to E. So one of the conditions in E is it shall be referenced by note on the final plat, so future owners are on notice.
Right. I mean, they'll see something weird on their plat, and which will make them hopefully go and look at this plat and say, oh, that's what's going on. Okay. Well, that's all you can do, right?
Right. I mean, yeah.
Well, again, another very creative, working with the homeowners and not dinging anybody for not wanting to sign paperwork, but allowing this homeowner to go ahead and do what he wants with his property. So thank you. This is what we like to see. Pete, did you have any comments on this? We do have a resolution prepared for this. Gigi.
I have this one, yep. Resolution to amend the conditions of a final plat approval for the Thompson subdivision. It's resolution number 2025-36B. Whereas, now therefore it be resolved that condition 4 and 5 of the resolution are hereby deleted and replaced with the following new condition 4 to read as follows. Number 4, approval by the town attorney and planning board attorney of all declaration with a restrictive covenant requiring the applicant and all successors and assigns to provide an easement and maintenance agreement to the benefited parcels upon receipt of a written request of the owner of the benefited parcels and evidence of recordation of same with the Dutchess County Clerk. The declaration shall, at minimum, A, identify the burdened parcel and benefit parcels, B, describe the location of the proposed road/private road with meets and bounds. C, state that the obligation runs with the land and binds successors and assigns. D, requires the owner of the burdened parcel to execute and deliver a recordable access easement upon written request by the owner of either benefited parcel at any time in the future. E, to be referenced by note on the final plat so that future owners and title companies are on notice, and F, include the private road easement and maintenance agreement as an exhibit to the deed restriction.
Second.
Any more discussion on this? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, that worked out well. Okay, we are going to circle back to highway displays. Welcome.
Thank you.
We went a lot faster than we thought today.
Yeah.
No worries, we caught up on some other business. Welcome.
This is Evan. from
Hi,
Hyde
Emmett.
Place.
Hello again.
I'm Amy from Erie with Instacosa Engineering. So I received the letter from the planner, and I just want to address a couple things from that. The plans were amended to reflect more of the existing conditions, the way they actually are as of today. The trash enclosure, the intent is to repair that, keep it in the same location, but they don't actually produce enough trash to require a container, so they'd like to do residential rollout containers and keep them inside the building. That would eliminate the issue of having the gate locked during the trash removal days, so it would only be out on the street the night before and then picked up the next day. So if the board's okay with that, that would be the preferred method. The sign at 9G at the entrance is already removed. The lighting was, the foot candles were run based on proposed building mounting lighting. So there's a light at the north side, man door, 2 lights at the rear, and a light over the sign in the front. The actual existing poles, they're not required, and they actually would create a lot of spillage over the property line. So if that's amenable to the board, they'd like to not utilize those poles. I know some of them don't meet the code, they're too high. So if they need to be cut down, or they'd like to leave them in place, but just not use the fixtures. There was an issue or a suggestion about street trees in the DOT right of way. There's overhead wires there, and there's not really a lot of room, so I don't think that would be a good addition. They are planting the area in front of the paved area that exists now, so there will be lawn there. The rear storage, the shed, the proposed shed, is going to be on the north side of the building. There's a new proposed fence that's going to run parallel to 9G. There is a section of fence there now that's going to be replaced with white vinyl, the same as what's going around the south side. There is an existing tree there that will be removed. And the access to the shed will be from the man door on the north side of the building.
Does that mean internal access only, or?
Within the fenced area, yeah. So
okay.
access to the shed will be from the rear or from the north side of the building. There's a one-way entrance from 9G onto the site, and I imagine that the DOT probably required that, so the markings will be refreshed. And there's no reason to change that at this point, so. There's a sidewalk that may or may not be required in the right-of-way. We'd ask for a waiver from that. There's no sidewalks on either adjacent parcel. And the light control, they could be either motion censored or timing. I would suggest motion, but.
I'm open to either.
And then
And where are we talking for that?
Those are the building mounted lights.
Okay.
And then the light over the sign, I leave that up to the board if you want that to cut off at a certain time.
Oh, I don't know that anybody's asked us that.
That is pretty much it. The rest of it's, plan modifications that need to be done. But, and the suggestion that the boxwoods be replaced with the inkberry, that's fine. Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you. That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Miss Moss.
You're being called. Oh, sorry.
Miss Moss.
We were talking boxwood.
Of course you were, and the moths, right?
Yep.
So when Zaxby Twin was approved, I believe there was a drainage issue along 9G, and along the frontage, there is probably now buried in grass or weeds, there's a stone trench. So I don't think it should be covered with soil and planted with grass or disturbed. So just be aware of that when you're out there in the right-of-way.
That should be added to the plan, right?
I don't know that, I don't remember if it's on their property
Oh.
or if it's on DOT property.
Have you seen?
You remember that?
I do. You were there.
Yeah, but I don't remember it.
So we had removed like the overgrown plantings that were out there, so it's just kind of
Just flat
rough
now?
topsoil, whatever it is out there right now.
Okay.
It's an island, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm okay with not planting anything.
Not doing anything else out there.
I mean, would just like putting mulch down, would that be okay? Something like that?
You know, if it's a DOT thing, I
Okay,
don't know.
got it.
And I think we, Amy, did we send you a picture of the Zaxby twin, the prior approval?
Yeah, I have.
Okay,
That was
so-
the map that I had
Pete
supplied.
Andros's, yeah.
So I think it's detailed on that,
Oh,
on that drawing.
have that up.
Yeah. The parallel lines.
That was a stone wall there.
Is it stone wall or stone trench?
That was a stone wall, I think.
Not sure.
When's this from?
Zaxby twin?
Property. Oh.
Eighties?
Yeah, it says the wall.
Her original plan is on top of Pete Andros's,
I had submitted it, the last submission, not the submission before this. This was the plan that was submitted.
So maybe it's in the DOT right away?
Whoa.
It's gonna hurt later.
Pick Tony up off the floor now.
In the corner, there's a note.
Fill channelized area with fine stone fill.
Oh, I see that.
Channelized, doesn't that mean?
Like a swell.
Drain, yeah.
Second question.
There is a catch basin somewhere in that apron.
Like 40 years.
No. Pete Andros will remember.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of the one before it, because it was a restaurant before that.
Street view?
It was a bucking bronco barn.
Well, we're gonna be out that way on Friday, maybe we'll just stop and take a look. I mean, we're not gonna approve anything tonight, so let us take a look at it. We're gonna be out that way on Friday.
You're not thinking of the drain in front of
There's no
finish line,
stone wall
right?
there.
Just because it's similar corner thing.
That's got like a
CJ's.
There's no stone wall.
There's no stone wall.
No.
They just looked at a bunch of old aerials and, or
Google Street
Google
View.
Street Views. And they're older, right? How far back can you go?
No, it's only the last time the Google Maps.
Oh, okay.
Truck.
I think
Says
Bonnie has the
July.
one where she can actually pull up old.
July 2025.
Okay.
Nothing there. I don't remember stone wall there.
So Tad, how do we,
That's fine, he's not going to plant anything.
okay, so it wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, he's not going to revise anything out front.
Okay.
There, that's fine.
And we'll stop on Friday
So
in our
that's
travels.
another reason to not do trees,
Yeah.
to let it in.
Yes, yes. Anything else?
Nope.
Mr. Sotero?
No?
No?
Well, I chimed in already.
Okay, all right.
It was a group effort over here.
Ms. Polidoro?
I guess I know you went through Bonnie's letter. Are you going to be submitting that in writing?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So I think the one thing I want to hear from the board is if they want a waiver for the sidewalk. This is in a different place on 9G, and I believe that the most recent applicant before us has sidewalks in front. It's the business yet to be determined, and also the business just to the north of him. We had them put in the sidewalks. So I'd like to hear from the board what they think. Would that also interfere with this drainage area?
Well, I guess we'll think, maybe I'm wrong, you know? Could be, it was 20 years ago.
Right, but that area is like rock. There's no depth to anything there. Okay, so again, it's a little bit of a different neighborhood area in there, so just think about that as you reflect on her comments. So, Mr. Tuttle.
Oh, I was just going to add one thing, Chairwoman. This thing about not turning the lights on.
Yes.
I mean, it doesn't really work in theory because it'll be dark out and someone will go and flip on the lights. So if you are inclined,
We wouldn't put, the fixtures would be removed, the heads would be, yeah.
you would take the heads down and just
Or-
leave the poles
yeah,
up?
Or if you know, depending on what kind of head it is, if you can just take the bulbs out, you know.
I was going to say that if you were to allow this, then I think you would have to have some kind of evidence that they've been, the wiring has been removed so that they can't actually be turned on. But
because they're talking about just kind of leaving them there,
that's
right?
what they're proposing.
If we did remove the heads so that they couldn't be used without obviously going through the process again, but that way, if we did ever want to go back and adjust the heights or, that way we wouldn't have to rebuild each structure again, but we could make them unusable right now.
Can you do that, Don?
Well, maybe I'm missing, and you're doing it because of the photometrics of the...
You don't need it?
They don't need it.
We don't.
You don't need it.
Correct, yeah.
Based on the photometrics of the proposed fixtures that are going to be building mounted, they provide enough light throughout the site so that the poles won't be needed, but the poles are also pretty close to,
There is definitely spillage onto neighboring properties from the way they are right now.
There's a residential parcel to the
To the west.
To the west, yeah.
So, and the fixtures, it's high and it's pretty close to the property line, so there's definitely going to be spillage if that height is maintained. So it's just not.
You don't need it.
You don't need it, and it would cause.
Because I think I was chairman of the planning board when that map was signed, and I remember this whole thing with the adjoining apartments to the north.
Yeah.
And it was quite a security problem at that time. I don't believe it is anymore, but that's why the intensity of the light and why Pete had designed it that way. Although he used high-pressure sodium lights that were, yellowish, so it wasn't offensive to the neighbors. But I can remember this whole thing, but I think it's a bad idea to take them down.
Yeah, to the north, there's the trees are pretty high. The spillage on that side because of the trees, I'm not so concerned with. It's more on the west side to the little residential neighborhood there.
Yeah.
There's houses right there.
Yeah, and the pole is really close to the property line, so two of them I think are.
I mean, if you're okay without the light, I mean, you can disconnect the electric and just leave the pole there, or otherwise, if you want to see a pole up without light on it, looks kind of,
Yeah, I understand that.
bad.
Yeah, why wouldn't you just take them out then?
Well, I mean, if you could take them off the concrete base without a major, and store them, and
probably so.
I don't know.
Well,
Is it just in case, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that it won't look great to have.
If they're that close to the property, they won't be allowed
Right, then, yeah, that's true.
to go back. If there's light spillage, unless you change the whole.
They'd have to come.
And the newer lights, they have side yard cutoff, back yard
Yeah,
cutoff.
true.
They can throw all the light forward, you can pinpoint it, so that wouldn't be a problem, but I just hate to see you lose the lights that are there now.
Yeah, I don't think that I would take them down.
No.
There's a way to disconnect them inside and show like proof, because if it's put on the site plan, that the lights are not supposed to be like operational for this activity, and then if by chance they are, well, that's like a violation of site plan, and then the property owner can be issued like a violation, so I don't know how they work now. Are they on a photo cell?
It's photo cell on, time clock off.
You remember that?
I wonder what company put them in.
So I
The
think,
reason they're too high is the concrete guy poured the pedestals out of the ground. They were supposed to be flush. If they were flush, they would be the right height.
Well, you could always do.
Not that I know that for sure. but-
Well, we could always do it like a Baxter and just cut, the poles. All right, so what are we gonna do?
I was going to say, if you're inclined to let them stay, I would want them actually disconnected, because
Yeah.
otherwise,
Right,
Yeah.
right. So there's a way to write that on
And
the site
labeled
plan.
on the site plan
Yep.
that they're.
Light poles
supposed to be-
exist, but should be non-functional.
Right.
That'd be good. And then resale, if you go to sell it to
Yeah, the
ABC.
Right, and they need it,
functionality
yeah.
of
Right,
Right,
they
having
can
it,
put a
I
different
think is a
head
good
on the
idea.
top,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
everything is great.
Don, why couldn't they pull the ballast out of them if they're high-pressure sodium? Isn't there a ballast?
Yeah, you can take the ballast out.
Just take the ballast out.
Then you don't
I
have to
just
go-
disconnect the wires. Nobody's gonna go hook them up, right?
No, no,
Except
listen
for
to me.
what's a ballast for us non-lighting folks?
That's the power goes into the ballast and it creates a different voltage to light the lamp, and that ballast is up in the head.
Fluorescent
So-
lights have ballast, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And you know why the ballast hum?
Oh, no.
They don't know the words. Like that one right.
That was the hit of the night.
Yeah, I would just disconnect the wires and then mark it on the
You
map.
can see why those poles are very high. 'cause
Anything else, Mr. Tuttle?
The solution with the lights is fine with me. I think this is one of those situations where we want to make sure we don't do anything on the site that would prevent the construction of a sidewalk in the future. We do want, this is a little different than the Finish Line property, which is on the other side of the National Park Service land. Two properties to the north, the coffee shop, they put a sidewalk in. This whole section should ideally, ultimately, have sidewalks. But the extent of the work that's going on here, this is a change of use. I don't think we should be making you put a sidewalk in this situation. So we just want to make sure we're not doing anything to prevent it in the future.
Okay. We're not changing anything up front, so.
That's actually,
There's a-
that's very eloquently put, I think.
There's a pole, I mean, I can see this being complicated.
Yeah, and I don't know how much room there is between the pavement and.
Right,
Yep.
right, we're having that issue on another application. Anything else?
Nope.
Mr. Waters?
No, I was just going to comment that there's a lot of obstacles that are in the way of putting in a sidewalk at this particular thing, so
You agree with Dylan?
I agree with Dylan on that. Yep.
Thank you. Mr. Veith?
I agree with Dylan and Rob on the sidewalk and disconnect the lights. I think we're good.
Mr. Oliver?
I also agree with my colleagues on the sidewalk and lighting issues.
Nice. Ms. Lee?
Same, I agree with my colleagues on the sidewalk and the lighting.
Excellent. Mr. Gercio?
Same here.
And I didn't hear anybody say that you must plant street trees, because it doesn't sound like that would make sense either, so.
I have a suggestion, I don't know if you want to do it or not, but if you want to at least document that an area in the front would be like reserved for possible future sidewalk, do you want them to show like a line, like a line? We did that on the...
We did that on Grounded.
We did that on like Grounded, and I think we did that on when we approved the Roosevelt Firehouse, just up, the road too. I think we put a area to be reserved for future sidewalk.
Yeah, that was also going to be difficult to do.
So,
Right.
so maybe if you want to do this on this plan, so that future boards, as if a project comes in, this will be the latest approved site plan.
Would that be a note on the site plan?
Yeah, it'll be, you
Yeah,
can show,
okay,
a
yeah.
line, like area like reserved for potential future sidewalk, is
But it
that?
would be in the right of way, right? I mean, it wouldn't.
Yes,
I
correct.
think you need to spend some time and decide where it would go.
Yeah.
based on.
But it wouldn't be on.
But it would just be for future,
Yeah.
potential future.
But it would be,
Right.
it wouldn't be on the property.
Oh, well, that's true, yeah, well, actually,
Is there
you know
space?
what?
I don't know that there is.
In the right of way? Right.
know.
I mean, if there's not space in the right of way, then DOT will put it on, off of it, right?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
It's not-
based
it's not-
upon, based upon, you know,
Yeah, it's not our old
the
DOT.
rental
But
space.
there is literally space there, right? There is space for a sidewalk, and in this case, I'm not sure if
Okay.
between the space between the travel lane and the.
All right, well, then it would
property
probably
line.
be then, without looking at the plan again,
That creates a major insurance issue.
I'll tell you what,
Putting a sidewalk on.
Tad and I are gonna go out there on Friday, we're gonna be in the area, we'll look
You can
at
let-
it.
you can let us know.
We'll send around an email, all right?
Advise us.
How's that?
Okay, that's, I think that's fair. And I also agree with my colleagues on this, the solution for the lighting. Go ahead and disconnect it and waive the sidewalks, but maybe somehow, either don't prevent it. What's it say? Don't prevent it from possibly happening in the future, and they'll let us know if it's possible to actually show where it might go in the future.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think I was fine with everything. I find it interesting that there's not enough garbage for commercial hauling. It's.
Oh, yeah, so if the board could give us direction on that, if that's okay to, have residential.
I mean, so by doing that, you do not need an enclosure.
Well, the
right?
enclosure's there.
Right,
so-
exactly.
But it's,
I'm sorry.
with the fencing, you're not gonna see it from, you may see it from the house on their porch, from the house to the west, but you're not gonna see it from the road. But it's there.
Except for pickup days.
Well, pickup days, they're gonna
Have to roll them out.
roll them out.
Yeah.
They wouldn't arrest in any neighborhood. So they're not proposing to remove the enclosure.
Okay,
But it does
okay.
need to be, it's masonry and it needs to be repointed and it needs some repairs, but they don't need to use it.
Can you point out where it is?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, all the way, okay, yeah, all the way back there.
So they have a two-story, there's a porch on the second story, so I'm sure they would be able to see that. Well, maybe.
Right.
They're kind of close to the road, so.
Which is actually better that you're not using it.
Yeah, I mean.
Technically, because who wants to see waste?
And you'd be rolling it out on the crunk and
Yes.
not onto the
Yes,
other, right?
yeah.
What we've been doing.
Yeah, no, it's better for the neighbors because they don't
Yes.
have the trucks backing in, beeping.
Backing
And
in, you don't have,
Okay.
it collecting.
does anybody feel that
That's what
they
you're
should
doing
not
now.
have the residential?
I'm fine.
They've been doing that, so they've been there for a couple, sorry.
I think we're,
Okay,
I'm hearing, yeah, that's fine.
okay. Thank you.
Yep. And you're going to replace the boxwood, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so where are we on this? Do we have,
Can I ask, what do you do in the building? I'm just curious about this, the garbage thing.
They burn garbage.
I mean, are you printing the signs here?
No, it's
just
primarily office
design?
space and just storage. We store the billboards that come down, the vinyls, stuff like that. When we do construction type work, typically that waste is just taken directly to the dump.
Oh, okay, so the vinyl is printed elsewhere?
Elsewhere, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, no, I mean,
Bonnie had a lot of questions about the storage. What was the shed for? What would the use of the shed be? So that's why.
yeah, the industry has changed, right?
Yeah.
You needed that big, huge building
Yes.
in Poughkeepsie because they did used to
Yep.
actually make them there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, now the whole industry has changed.
They used to hand paint.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So what are our next steps?
so, I think we're waiting on the updated plan set, which will be referred to county planning?
That sounds right.
Was it referred once before? Okay,
We haven't typed it.
right, okay.
So if I get that to you this week, can you vote tonight to refer it and then, or no?
I mean, we can, we could make a motion that contingent on,
But we usually like to look at it first.
yeah, normally you look at it first.
Usually it might just be a tweak here or there or something, I mean, so you're going to incorporate a number of items that the county would like to see, and we'd like to see just how they come out.
Okay.
So April 1st, we'll have something on there to.
Okay.
Okay, so I think other than that, I think we're good.
And
Thank
then-
you for all the work and identifying all those items and having your responses. If you could send in your comment officially, though, that would be great.
Definitely.
And so then we'll see you again on the 1st.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
very
Thank you,
much.
everybody.
All right, now I get to go past here. Don't want to skip anything.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Yep.
They're done.
So now we have a couple of resolutions. No more consultant.
All right, thanks, everyone. Good night.
Yes, thank you, and have a great evening. It's still a little bit light out there. Our next item on the agenda is site plan waiver approval for an above-ground pool for Sirhan Sekman. I believe Mr. Curcio has this.
Yes, okay. Sirhan Segment and Gulian A. Belgian Segment, 6 Papinga Lane, Hyde Park, New York, above-ground pool, site plan waiver, date March 18, 2026, resolution 2026-03. Whereas a request for site plan waiver has been made to the Town of Hyde Park Planning Board by Sirhan Segment and Gulian A. Belgian Segment on February 25th, 2026, for property located 6 Papinga Lane in Hyde Park. Whereas, now therefore be it resolved that the Town of Hyde Park Planning Board hereby waives site plan requirements for the proposed change as described in the building permit received by the Building Department July 17, 2025, and per the request of the Planning Board dated February 5th, 2026.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. Our next item on the agenda is another site plan waiver, this time for a generator for Margaret Donor. Mr. Oliver, I believe you have this one.
I do. Site plan waiver, Margaret Donor, 4415 Albany Post Road, resolution number 2026-10, whereas an application requesting a waiver of site plan has been made to the Town of Hyde Park Planning Board by Margaret Donor on March 2nd, 2026 for a property located at 4415 Albany Post Road, Hyde Park, and whereas the application is to obtain approval for the installation of a standalone generator on a single-family property, and whereas, now therefore be it resolved that the Town of Hyde Park Planning Board hereby waives site plan requirements for the file entitled Margaret Donor per the request to the Planning Board on March 18th, 2026.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any nays or abstentions? Motion carries unanimously. May I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody, for your time. Thank you, consultants. Thank you, Tony, in the back, for the recording. Have a great evening, everybody.